Welcome to Morning Joan, your daily dose of celebrity gossip, entertainment news, and all the juiciest tidbits from around the world. I'm your host, Joan, and I'm so glad you're joining me today. We've got a fantastic show lined up for you, but first, let's dive into some exciting news that's got everyone buzzing. You know who they are, the iconic Spice Girls. Yes, those fabulous 5 ladies who brought us Wannabe, Spice Up Your Life, and so much more. Well, it seems like they're still keeping in touch and supporting each other, even after all these years. I've got the scoop on their latest reunion, and trust me, you won't want to miss this. Apparently, Jerry, Emma, Mel B, and Mel C are still as close as ever, and they'd been chatting away in a group text chat. Can you imagine being part of that conversation? I mean, the gossip alone must be worth its weight in gold. But seriously, it's lovely to see these women, who were such a huge part of our pop culture landscape in the 90s, still looking out for each other and rooting for one another's success. And who knows, maybe we'll even get some new music out of them someday. A girl can dream, right? Now, I know what you're thinking. What about Victoria Beckham, aka Posh Spice? Well, it seems like she's been focusing on her fashion empire, which is totally understandable. I mean, have you seen her designs? The woman is a genius. But even though they're not all together right now, the Spice Girls' legacy lives on, and their music still gets us pumped up and ready to take on the day. And let's be real, who wouldn't want to spice up their life every now and then? We'll be right back with more tea on Morning Joan. Welcome back to Morning Joan, folks. We've got a real treat for you in this segment. You know how we love to dish about celebrity-style transformations? Well, today we're talking about the one and only Daniel Craig, and let me tell you, he's gone from Bond to, well, not so Bond-like. So, it seems like Daniel Craig has been growing out his hair, and I mean really growing it out. We're talking floppy, soft, and shaggy, a far cry from the clean-cut, suave 007 we all know and love. And you know what? Some people are actually loving it. They're calling him long-haired Daniel Craig, and saying he's never looked better. Now, I've gotta say, I'm a bit torn on this one. On the one hand, who doesn't love a good transformation? It's like he's trying out a new character or something. But on the other hand, I kind of miss the old Bond-like Daniel Craig. You know, the one with the chiseled jawline and the impeccable suits. But hey, being a style icon is all about taking risks, right? And Daniel Craig is definitely taking some risks with this new look. Some people are even comparing him to a contemplative Cambridge professor or a geography department lecturer, which, let's be real, is not exactly the most flattering comparison. And then there are those who are drawing comparisons between him and iconic 90s newscaster Bill Bonds, which, I mean, is just kind of weird. But hey, at least he's making headlines, right? So, what do you guys think? Are you loving Daniel Craig's new look? Or are you missing the old Bond like him? Let us know in the comments. And speaking of style transformations, we've got a whole lot more tea to spill in our next segment. Stay tuned for today's last cup of tea, right here on Morning Joan. We'll be dishing about the latest fashion trends and all the juiciest celebrity gossip. You won't want to miss it. Welcome back to Morning Joan. We're wrapping up today's show with a juicy segment that's all about celebrity confessions. You know, those moments when our favorite stars just can't help but spill the tea on their most embarrassing secrets or surprising habits. So, let's dive right in. It seems like Kim Kardashian is willing to go to great lengths for beauty, including eating, well, you know. Yes, you heard that right. In a recent interview, she joked about eating poop every day if it meant looking younger. And while she later clarified that she was kind of joking, she didn't entirely rule out the idea. I mean, who knows what's next in the world of skincare, right? But Kim's not the only one with a weird confession. Singer Jelly Roll recently admitted to pooping his pants on stage during a performance. Yes, it happens to the best of them, folks. And while it's definitely a cringeworthy moment, you have to give him credit for owning up to it. We also have Britney Spears revealing that she has no idea who Pete Davidson and Scott Disick are. I mean, can you blame her? With all the celebrity news out there, it's hard to keep track of who's dating who and what's trending. And Jana Kramer shared a hilarious story about how asparagus pea might have led to the end of her dates with Chris Evans. Who knew asparagus could be so deadly? And in more serious news, former Grey's Anatomy writer Elizabeth Finch admitted to lying about having cancer, which is just shocking and sad. It's a reminder that even in the public eye, people can struggle with their own personal demons. But hey, at least we can all have a good laugh about Kim Kardashian's poop-eating joke, right? That's all for today's Morning Joan. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, stay fabulous.